It is time to get excited here in New England because in just a few days, the Big E is back. There's a lot to talk about as we look forward to the event, from the concert lineup to this year's safety COVID protocol. So joining us right now with more on what we can expect is the president of the Big E, Gene Cassidy. Good morning, Gene. Thanks so much for being with us.
Morning, Laura. Eric, I'm sorry. Very nice to be with you. Thank you.
Well, we know you're just as excited as everyone else for the Big E to be back. Anything particularly special happening for the big kickoff on Friday?
Well, Friday, we've got a really big name up on the stage. Machine Gun Kelly will be making his concert appearance here. Actually, I think he's kicking off a tour on our fairgrounds. So that'll be a big day. Hopefully the weather's great. And of course, just getting back together again to celebrate the American way of life, as only a fair can do it, is so important to all of us.
Absolutely. I know so many people are looking forward to it. We all missed it last year. What else is going to be different than this year's past? What else can we look forward to this year?
Well, we've got, the fair, the fair is tradition. So there's so much about the Big E and really all fairs that people come back to because they know what they can expect. So we've got an incredible entertainment lineup here at the exposition grounds. We have a lot of great free entertainment. And then, of course, the tremendous foods, and every year there's new foods that are rolled out. And because we've been absent for a year, there's actually 2 years worth of creativity that's gone into the food production for Fair 21. So there's just a lot to do. Our commercial exhibitors are happy to get back to work. As you know, the fair industry relies on a lot of cottage industry, mom and pop, small businesses, crafters, things like that. So everybody's anxious to get back to work. Many of them, unfortunately, several of them didn't make it through COVID because of the financial stress. So it's important for them to be able to come with their product to bring it back to market and have the fair patrons support them.
All right, well, you mentioned the food, so I have to ask, what do you think is going to be the big seller? Something new, right?
For the first time in 20 years, we've actually, our cream puff, we have a new flavor.
Oh, wow.
So for the fall season, we've got a pumpkin spice cream puff, and I know that'll be very popular. But there's some really interesting stuff. A local food concessionaire, the White Hut, they came up with a bacon double cheeseburger between two waffles with sriracha maple syrup. It's out of this world. No calories.
Because of course. As soon as you get onto the Big E property, calories.
We have these enormous dill pickles that have been cored out with a hot dog inserted into them and deep fried, and it's crazy, but it's really, really good.
Real quick, what's your favorite, Gene?
My favorite thing on the fairgrounds, though, are the Wisconsin cheese curds. It's not something you get in New England very frequently, but they're really good.
Definitely, definitely. All right, we'll have to ask you before we run out of time, what are the COVID protocols that are going to be in place? A lot of people are planning, but they want to make sure that they're going to go prepared.
Yeah, so we're watching very closely this Delta variant, and if things don't change in the next 24 to 48 hours, we expect that there will be an indoor mask mandate when we open on Friday. The numbers are such that we want to make sure we're responsive to the concerns of people. So inside the buildings, we'll be asking people to wear a mask, and of course, if you're unvaccinated, we ask with a particular concern for masking as well. So, and then in addition to that, we have tremendous cleaning protocols. We always have. I often say, in interviews, in 1918, when we had the last worldwide pandemic, the Spanish flu, it was the agriculturalists that the medical industry turned to because we didn't have infectious disease doctors back in those days. And the farmer had been dealing with viruses in flock and field for 2 millennia at that point. So, we know how to clean things. We have foggers. We've had them before COVID was ever thought of, and now we have some new chemicals that deal specifically with COVID. So there'll be a lot of cleaning protocols behind the scenes that hopefully nobody will ever have to be aware of. But the fact is, the fairgrounds will be kept safe in order to make sure we protect our patrons.
Well, I know that's putting a lot of people's minds at ease. All the excitement is kicking off on the 17th with Machine Gun Kelly. That's huge. And the family fun, food, and excitement is going to go all the way through till October 3rd. Gene, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Eric, very much. Biggie.com.
Good stuff. All right, and stick with us. We have a lot more coming up here. We're talking about President Biden's vaccine and testing mandates. They're continuing to get pushback